Hey Taurus, as I was tuning into your energy, I was seeing you in the sunlight, and I was seeing a ball of golden energy being gifted to you, towards you. There were hands coming out from the sky and offering you this golden orb. And you received the golden orb. And as you received the golden orb, music started to play around you, and the wind was moving around you, and you were dancing with this golden orb and like moving it on, like down your arm, across your chest, onto your other arm, and playing with this golden orb and dancing and feeling completely into the present moment and completely and absolutely in your element. Wow, a lot of cards just popped out for you, Taurus. Okay. Okay. Okay, so the cards in my hands, let me show you. The Hierophant, Five of Discs, the Tower, and Three of Wands. So, in this space, before we get into the cards, in this space that I saw you in, you were completely tuned into your gifts. And as I was feeling your energy, the feeling was not what role are you supposed to be playing as a sister, as a mother, as a father, as a boyfriend, as a girlfriend. Not what role are you and what are you supposed to fulfill, but who are you, and without all that you do in your life, and all that, all the things that may be obligations or things that take on a certain form of structure and rigidity in a way that is confounding in some ways to your spirit. So when you were receiving this light, you were allowing the full emanation of your spirit to come alive. You were allowing yourself to move, allowing yourself to dance, and allowing yourself to be in your full freedom. When I saw you, you were alone. There was no one else around you. And so what's coming through very strongly for you is, who are you without those outer forces in your life? Not that they don't matter in any way, but who are you alone, in your aloneness? And are those gifts, are those feelings, are those vibrations being honored and allowed to come up so that you can embrace them fully in whatever way that means to you, whether that is alone or with others. So this energy is coming through very strongly for you. Who are you in the space outside of the realms of family, of society, of obligations, of work? And if anything in the space that you are creating in your field, internally, externally, is feeling like an obligation, allow yourself to tune into why you keep feeding that energy and why you simply can't shift over to what you actually want, what you really desire. Because sometimes what's around those spaces of obligation are false ideas that are hooks. They're hooks within your system. So allow yourself to look at those and to feel you without speaking to those around you at this time, but really asking yourself how you feel about it. Allow yourself to reflect on it without hearing outside voices that can't answer those questions for you. Allow yourself to marinate within and to feel that golden light and to allow that to speak to you. What does that energy want to arise from you, from the deepest space within? So I'll start with the cards here on the table first, and then we'll get to these later. The High Priestess is mirroring Four of Cups with 10 of Wands as the center card. So the High Priestess is feeling, seeing, picking up on that which she's created that have confounded her, that have kept her crippled. So there are obvious patterns here that are overbearing, that are stagnant, that have been repeating emotionally for a long time. And for some of you, these are patterns within work, within relationships, within your emotional sphere. So as you're able to tune into that space and to really allow your intuitive psychic energy to come forth and to speak, to connect with this golden sun energy within, and to identify what is it that is stagnant, what is it that is limiting my creative freedom, my life in full freedom in all aspects. And why does there have to be such a burden around that? Why is there such a heaviness around that space? Because the Four of Cups and 10 of Wands is something is complicating your situation. It's too heavy, and it's time for you to move beyond them. And the High Priestess is you allowing yourself to tune into those energies, to discern them, and to decide from within what you need to do. And for some of you, this could actually be the ending of relationships. It could be the ending of a work cycle that has been limiting for you. And there's also some of you here that are moving into another creative endeavor, a new work situation. And as you're making this transition, the question to ask yourself is, am I moving into the next space that I feel truly aligned with? Or am I moving into this next space because I've already been doing it for so long, and this is what I do? This is what I've chosen to settle for, if it's something that doesn't make you entirely fulfilled and happy. So to have the High Priestess with Four of Cups, Ten of Wands, she is getting into these energies. She is finding out, what are they saying to me? What do I need to leave now? And also to be aware with the Ten of Wands and Four of Cups of emotional relationships that are not honoring the divine being in each one. So to look at your relationships and to see how you are each being held within that space, and to look at those and to be with them and to really see them in their totality. And as you look at these energies and move forward through June, you are moving through forging your creativity and your work, and leaving behind creatively work relationships or personal relationships as well. You have this new opportunity to use the energy of the High Priestess and to cross to the other side, to go into the void and to return again, and to come back into the world through what you've experienced and learned and gained through your ordeals, and to move into a space, and this will be by your choice, of not wanting to keep creating what was, to move into a space of freedom, of light, of clarity, of wonder, to choose the freedom that is always present. This is an energy full force for you of not settling, of moving forward, and to choose the life that you want, to choose the people you wish to be around, to elevate yourself and others. And as you move forward in this way, you will be offering of yourself in the fullness of all that you have integrated, all the energies you have integrated from the past until now, understanding them, High Priestess dissecting them, understanding what the Ten of Wands is for you. What is that energy that is binding some aspect of your being, to set it free, so that you can forge your magical wand and you can wield it in the world, so you can be in tune with your emotional clarity, to tune into your emotional clarity so that you can move forward in your power. So when you make a decision, when you make a choice, when you choose this next cycle of work, of creativity, of relationships, that you have full confidence and trust that you are moving in absolute alignment with your being. And as you choose this, as you choose to honor your light fully and wholly and completely in this way, you will be absolutely rewarded. This is the beauty of what's unfolding for you. Because right now, you are at the precipice of a very, very important time for you. You can choose to move forward in the way that you are used to doing things in a certain manner. Or you can completely halt and stop, using the High Priestess energy to dive within and to discover and to come from that space of internal knowingness of how you actually desire to move forward. And from that space, you have complete, and you will complete, this emotional alignment, this complete, this golden orb I was seeing earlier. You will move into that space, but you can only move into that space if you choose your freedom. If you stop listening to the voices around you, if you stand up when you need to stand up and to speak what is true for you, what is resonating within your being, whether this be at work. Because for some of you, I've seen a closed lip in the works environment or space, although it doesn't resonate with your truth. That feels like a very specific message for some of you. In all situations, in order to receive the Ten of Cups flowing into the universe, through you and into the world around you, creating the exact reality you want to see, you want to experience, to embrace your wild nature, to embrace your freedom and your sovereign power. You have the energy here to receive this month, but you have to absolutely leave that which isn't serving you, and you have to speak up when you need to speak up. It's so very important because you have the powerful energies for you here. So in this, mirroring the devil, art, and nine of wands. So as you choose to reveal the Ten of Wands and the Four of Cups that is present for you, the stagnancy, the misalignment, the stepping out of your alignment for others, then you will exactly align with your sacred orbit. You will exactly align with the creations that you came to do, instead of going somewhere where your work is not appreciated, where your energy is not appreciated anyways. And perhaps you've spent years being there already, whether it's a relationship, whether it is a work environment or a specific situation. It could be anything. So when you're able to identify it, the devil, identify what that is, that Ten of Wands, that devil, that Four of Cups. As soon as you're able to identify it, you transmute the devil into the High Priestess energy. And you see here the similarity. It's the exact same being reflected here. One looks and is perceived in this light of darkness as the devil. One is perceived as the light, the all-knowing one. But really, there are two sides of the same. And you can see it in this deck specifically, how that is beautifully reflected in one another. So the opportunity for you is to find out where you have given away your power in all aspects of creation, of your creations, and to cut those away, to move away from them in the most simple way, to move away from them, to move in the direction you want to be in. So thank you guys, Taurus, for being here and for tuning in. I'm going to continue with the rest of your cards for your extended reading, and I'll see you there. All right, bye guys.